Alright everyone, welcome to another week. We just got on Route 15, headed south out of Mansfield. We're headed to Knoebles Grove. What is it, about an hour and a half from Mansfield?
About an hour and 45 minutes.
Hour and 45 minutes. This was kind of a last minute deal. We've camped a bunch already this year, and we've made it through some pretty rough weather. We woke up last Sunday when we were camping at Hills Creek and looked ahead, and it was supposed to be beautiful. So we started calling around and found an open slot down here. We wanted to take the kids to an amusement park sometime this summer. It just kind of worked out. Where is it? What's the name of the town? Elysburg,
Pennsylvania. I don't know. That's how you pronounce it.
Elysburg. So the kids have never been here. I don't think I've been here since I was a kid.
Yeah, I've been here since I was in elementary school.
So stay tuned. This is actually the first time getting back on a four-way with the camper, so kind of neat to see how it pulls. And we'll be there before we know it, I guess. Stay tuned. I'll show you that park.
Should we ask our audience for a vote whether you should cut your hair?
No. Leave it in the comments. I'm being told I need a haircut. That would be interesting to see. Leave it in the comments. It's been since before Corona.
Needs a haircut.
We got a speed racer coming up. You can see him in my tow mirrors. Alright, so we just pulled in here at Knoebles. We're actually at the office part. Missy's checking in, and there's these water filling stations. There's 3 of them. So as she's checking in, we're filling up our fresh water. So it's actually really nice. There's 3 different stations, and then you got a playground over here, so the kids got out and stretched their legs. Yeah, so just got here, get some fresh water, and go find our site. Alright, so it's day 2 at Knoebles. We're getting ready to go do the park. It's 11 o'clock. The park opens this time of year at noon. Yeah. The rides anyway. So we're going to go a little early and be in line for the rides. We're probably not going to do a lot of footage in the park just because, I don't know, it's more of a campground review.
Right.
Maybe do some B-roll or some time lapse or something, but we're going to head over and spend the day. So far it's been a very, very enjoyable trip.
Yep.
It's been a busy park, and it's kind of what we expected, but we'll go over that later. But for now, we're going to go ride some rides, so stay tuned. guys, so it's Sunday now, and it's about 8:30 in the morning. We woke up and decided we are gonna pack up and head out early, hit the road for a couple reasons. One, the dump station, there's only 3 places where you can offload at a time, so we want to get up there and make sure that we get through before everyone gets up there. And then there was a couple places we'd like to stop and take a look at for the kids on the way back home. One was Reptiland, so we'd like to stop and see that. And then Williamsport, just before Williamsport, there's an overlook we kind of like to take a look at. Looks like you can pull over and maybe have some lunch or something, but just gonna take our time headed home. But I think we're gonna head out early, get home, do the review, do the editing, and try to get this out either tonight, tomorrow morning. So hope you guys liked our Knoebles trip, and we'll see you back at the house. What are we finding in here again? Alligators? Oh my golly. Holy.
Not me.
He's huge. What do you see, Peanut? Red-eye. Albino alligator, huh? What do you think of that? Dinosaurs. No, they're not real.
Montana. One of the largest of all armored dinosaurs.
Holy, that scared Mommy. That's cool, huh?
Hi.
Ask him what it is.
This is my friend Sully. He's a blue-tongued skink.
Wow.
What does he feel like? You feel him, Hagen. He's got blue tongue. See his blue tongue?
Very neat.
On the cob when you go up and down.
Is it?
One on the cob. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Cool, say thank you. Maybe I should try it. Uh-oh, he just gave me the eye. It's like a pretty neat. saw him look at me. I thought we were gonna have a moment.
No, he's really good once he's out of his cage. First, when you go to open, he's like, "You got food?"
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see this behind us. Blue Star Memorial Highway. We're just outside of Williamsport, traveling on Route 15. On our way down, we noticed the scenic overlook, and we kind of looked it over on the way by, and it looked like we could pull in here with no problems. So on our way home, we've just taken our time. We did Reptiland, and now we're checking out this scenic overlook. It's actually pretty neat, super easy to get into, super RV friendly. Oh, super again. Fell back in that trap. Anyways, yeah, if you're around Williamsport and we just happen to be heading south to Knoebles, check out this overlook.
Yeah.
It's super. Dang it. I was doing so good. Yeah, you can have a picnic here. Pretty neat.
Yeah, it would be a good spot just to pull over, stretch your legs,
Stretch your legs.
eat some food.
Yeah. Got a lot of green grass if you have a dog. Run around for a little bit. So, alright, I guess we will finish our trip home. We're about an hour from the house, so.
Ready, Seth? I feel like we're really far away from each other.
It's because the chairs are so big. Alright, so welcome back to another week of campground reviews. We're going to try to do this in between wind gusts. We're on the back porch because it's beautiful out, but man, there's some wind gusts that are going to be hard for audio. So, this week we went to Knoebles Grove in Elysburg, Pennsylvania. It's about an hour and 45-minute trip from Wellsboro, where we live. It was all easy travel. It was Route 15 most of the way, and then you got onto some back roads, but nothing that is going to be alarming. Super easy travel. Real nice maintained roads.
To get into the campground, it's very simple as well. So as soon as you pull in, they have your water fill-up stations. They have 3 water fill-up stations. Right next to that is a playground, and then right next to that is their registration office. So the kids got out of the truck and played on the playground while Tyler filled up our water, and I went and registered us. So
Yeah.
that was quick and efficient.
Really smart on the campground's planning for that, because like she said, the kids could stretch their legs while she went and registered, but the campground doesn't have water hookups anywhere in any sites.
Yep, so all of the sites are electric only. There's no septic and there's no water.
So they thought out the easiest way for you to fill your tanks, which was really good planning. So props to them on that one.
So if you can get there early on a Friday, we'd say probably before noontime. We do recommend it, as the roadways throughout the park can be narrow. So to get pulled into your campsite, it is helpful to be able to use the campsite across from you to get backed in.
So we got lucky when we pulled in. We were able to go right across, like she said, and get straight across from where we were backing into, and then just had all kinds of room. And as soon as we got into our spot, the neighbor came, and then he was now fighting with my camper being in the way, and he couldn't get into his spot real easy. So it definitely worked out. I mean, they're not impossible to get into. I definitely wouldn't show up at night. I would definitely try to get there early. Save yourself some headaches.
It's a busy park. You know, this campground is adjoined to the Knoebles Amusement Park. So there are a ton of kids running around, and there are a ton of people. Yeah, it's definitely... So we were at a state park the week before, and then Knoebles this week, and you can definitely tell the atmosphere was different. State park, you go for state park reasons. You're going to go and you're going to enjoy nature, and you're going to relax in a nice wooded, you know, big site. Yeah, we went here for the kids. So
that's right.
You know, they could ride rides, you know, at least once this summer.
Yep. It was it wasn't annoying, but it was an active nightlife. You know, you were surrounded by people that were up with big campfires and you know, playing cards or whatever until 11 o'clock. So just be mindful, and I think we knew that going in.
Yeah.
That's how it was going to be.
even though the roadways are slightly narrow, your campsite is actually quite large. For an amusement park campground, we had a lot of space once you're in it.
So it's hard to do like a campground walkthrough and show you the sites because it's pretty much a lottery. Every site's a little bit different. You can get nice. We're right next to a creek, small creek with a hedgerow, so we had our own little area. Or you could
We were lucky.
You could be, right next to someone else. For tents, they have big platforms set up to get you off the ground. They had a little bit of everything.
So the tents, they built like a deck. Like the tent sites, we'll show this here, but they built like a deck that you could set your tent on instead of putting it on the ground.
Yeah, kind of like Petticoat Junction did something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
So, so going back to the hookups, the campground is only electric. You can get a 30 amp, or you can get a 50 if you request it. The 50 is like $12 more. We booked late, so we didn't get a 50.
We took what we could get.
So our camper has 2 air conditioners, which usually would require 50 amp. We tested it out. We tried running both air conditioners on the 30 amp, and we never blew the breaker.
Okay.
So I think the reason, honestly, that we didn't have any trouble blowing breakers is probably because of our 4 seasons package. So our camper is insulated, and our old camper, the air conditioner, if you wanted to keep it 70 degrees and it was 90 out, the thing would run non-stop. This one really didn't run that often once it was to temperature. So I think it has a lot to do with the package that we got.
Yeah.
So we were going to do our walkthrough to kind of show you what the different sites look like, but one right here can be perfectly open, and then the next one you got 2 trees, and then the next one you got trees all around, so it is
Each
random.
Each different, yep.
But they're nice, they're not muddy, they're kept up well.
Yeah.
You got a spot for if you're going to do primitive with tents. They set up nice decks area, so you're off the ground. And then you can go right across from there. There can be a set of cabins, and then it can go to smaller campground sites for small campers, and then a completely different looking cabin. Like it's just random.
Yeah, and when we called, so you have to call to make your reservation. You can't do them online. They were very helpful when I called. We told them what we needed and
the length of our camper.
Yeah, they set you up good with what you need. Yep.
But we went like the last week before the park opens completely. All the rides, there was not a lot of water rides open when we were there, so you probably wouldn't get as lucky getting a site calling a week before after Memorial Day. So it's going to be harder to get a spot.
Yeah. The campground itself is within reasonable walking distance to the amusement park. They do have buses that run non-stop all day long around the campground and to the amusement park. We just walked.
Yeah, we just found it
time.
was easier.
Yep.
They do have a general store. You can get some milk, bread, whatever you need. They have firewood. I think a bucket of firewood is $8. There was a lot of people bringing their firewood from home, and no one was giving them any heartache about it. So plenty of people were bringing their own.
So we had so much fun. I mean, the kids rode rides all day long Saturday. We came back, took a break, ate some food, and went back to the amusement park until about 8 o'clock that night. It's a good time for the kids. It's just something that you go and ride rides all day long, and then we're able to walk back to the campsite.
We did. So we didn't really have like an agenda of what we were going to do when we woke up this morning. We were just going to feel it out. Well, we both woke up pretty early and decided, since there's no septic hookups in the campsites, there's only 3 dump stations.
There are 3 dump stations, which are really
Super easy to get to.
They're really easy to pull in and out of. But there are only 3, and there are a lot of people camping. So as I was laying in bed this morning, I'm like, we should probably go and beat the traffic before everyone starts getting out to unload.
So that's what we did. We were gone by 9 o'clock, 9:30 probably. But on our way down, so we went Route 15 south through Williamsport, and we were kind of looking for things to do in the area. One thing that we wanted to do, and we might end up doing this summer sometime, is Penn's Cave. From the campsite, you're about an hour and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't feel like we had time this weekend.
We'll put the website address down below here, probably Penn's Cave. That Penn's Cave website. That looks like a very cool place to visit. I know I went there when I was young. They also have on the way there in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, they have the Little League World Series Museum and Ballpark.
Yep.
And then we stopped at Reptiland.
It's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. From the road, you
Yeah.
can't really get a depth of how big it is, but they have several different buildings, and anything from alligators, snakes, ostriches. They have some dinosaur, like whatever you want to call them. They scared you. So they have dinosaurs there. But anyways, yeah, stopped there. The kids loved it. It was $60 for the four of us, and it killed about 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was well worth it though. So, and then after that, we stopped at an outlook, like a scenic outlook where you could see over Williamsport.
That's Bald Eagle Mountain Range. Yep. And that was pretty.
You could see over the river. Yeah, it was pretty neat. So we made good use of our time on the way home today. Made a couple stops for the kids, but it was cool. So overall, this is what we thought it was going to be.
It was
busy.
what we thought it was going to be. It's an amusement park campground.
Yeah.
It is busy. The kids had fun. We usually try to visit one amusement park a year, so.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend. We literally didn't have anything planned, and it was the nicest weekend that we've had this year. So
one thing we should mention: the amusement park itself, you can get into that free at no cost.
So you can get to the vendors, the food, the games.
Yeah. If you want to ride the rides, you can buy like books of tickets, and each ride costs so many tickets, or you can just buy an all-day pass. They give you a bracelet, and you can go on whatever you want.
Yeah. So we'll throw some footage up of the park and some of Reptiland, and show you guys kind of how our weekend went.
Yep. Next weekend we are headed to Stony Fork Campground in Stony Fork, Pennsylvania, which is so a few weeks ago we went to Crooked Creek Campground.
Visited the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon.
Yep. So Stony Fork is the other side of the Grand. Yep. So we're gonna go there next weekend.
So thanks
Stay
for watching.
tuned.
Click these buttons here. If you just push it, it'll give you the option to subscribe. So appreciate that. Anytime throughout the video, I think of that little thing right there. It actually does something. It subscribes to. That's my lingo, my terms. There's this one during the video, and then there's this one right now, or 5 seconds ago. So do that.
Just click the logo.
Yeah. Subscribe, however. Thank you.
Thank you.